All right, welcome back to Jammin' Sports, everybody. As we're getting set for the second game of our doubleheader for you tonight. The first game went a little bit long, so we're a little bit behind schedule tonight, but that's all right. This will be game one of the American League Division Series between the Oakland A's and the Chicago White Sox. As the A's are the number 3 seed, and the White Sox are the number 2 seed. The Red Sox are the 1 seed. That's why they're playing the Mariners. I think that's how it goes. Actually, no, the White Sox are the 1 seed. The A's are the 3 seed. But anyway, these two teams played last season in the American League Division Series, and the A's won that series 2-0. Or 3-0. I'm sorry. It was a best of 5. And they're at it again. So let's head to Comiskey for this one. The A's and the White Sox here at Jammin' Sports. Your lineups, and here we go. Jammin' Sports presents Game 1 of the American League Division Series between the Oakland A's and the Chicago White Sox, live from Comiskey Park in Chicago. Game 1 of the ALDS up next here at Jammin' Sports. All right, we go to the top of the first. John Garland, starting pitcher for the Chicago White Sox here in Game 1. The White Sox are the number 1 seed. They finished the regular season with 102 wins. American League Central champions. The Oakland A's, the American League West champions. Ricky Henderson will lead things off for the A's, the left fielder. And we're underway here in Game 1. It's a strike. Count goes to 0-1. On 1 pitch. Inside, 1-1. The A's beat the Astros in the wild card round, 2-0. Big swing and a miss. Count goes to 1-2 to Ricky Henderson. And now the 1-2 pitch. He went around, struck him out for out number 1. The A's are the defending American League champions. They lost to the Cubs last season, 4-3 in the World Series. Bert Campaneris, the shortstop, swings on the first pitch for a strike. That's Evil Dead's favorite player. Bert Campaneris, the shortstop. Misty says hi. Here's the 0-1 pitch. In there for a strike, 0-2. And now the 0-2 pitch. Struck him out on 3 pitches. John Garland out to a good start. 2 batters, 2 strikeouts. Next up for the A's, Jimmy Fox. And Fox, he's either the first base or the DH tonight. I think he's the DH. I think Jambi's playing first. It's a strike. Count goes to 0-1 to Jimmy Fox. And now the 0-1 pitch. He went around 0-2. Garland's going to make this a quick inning. And now the 0-2 pitch. Up high, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases empty. 1-2 pitch. Down low, 2-2. 2-2 pitch. Swung and struck him out, and that'll end the inning. No score after a half inning here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the bottom of the first inning. Starting pitcher for the Oakland A's, Eddie Plank. He's one of the old-timers. No score. Here in game 1, we go to the bottom of the first. Nellie Fox, the second baseman, will lead things off for the White Sox. The pitch. Down low, 1-0. Bottom of the first, no score. The count's 1-0 to Fox. The pitch by Plank. Down low. Count goes to 2-0. And now the 2-0 pitch. Ripped high in the air, down the left field line, but foul. And the count goes to 2-1. And now the 2-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss. Count goes to 2-2. 2-2 pitch. In the dirt. Strike 3. They got to throw down to first for the out. 1 down for the White Sox here in the bottom of the first inning. And now Tim Anderson would come up. The shortstop. In there for a strike, 0-1. And now the 0-1 pitch. Down low, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, bases empty. Here in the bottom of the first inning, no score. The pitch by Plank. Ripped right to Campaneris. He'll throw to first for the out. No, he's off the bag. He had pulled Giambi off the bag. And that'll be an error on Campaneris. A bad throw. Anderson is safe at first. Campaneris, he doesn't make errors very often, but that was one right there. And now shoeless Joe Jackson, the center field up next. The center fielder takes the first pitch for a ball. Count goes to 1-0. 1 out, runner on first for the White Sox. They throw to first. Anderson back in time. Jason Giambi is playing first base tonight. So Jimmy Fox is the DH. Jackson at the plate for the White Sox. They throw to first again. Anderson back in time. And now the 1-0 pitch. Fouls it off. That'll even the count at 1-1. Ripped it right to Campaneris. They'll get 2. 1 and 2. And that'll end the inning. No score after 1. Here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the top of the second inning. Here at Comiskey Park, Jose Canseco will lead things off for the A's. John Garland on the mound. Canseco hits one to second. Nellie Fox makes the play for out number one. Canseco grounds out to second for out number one. Next up, Jason Giambi, the first baseman for the A's. One out, bases empty. The pitch, inside, ball one. Count goes to 1-0. And now the 1-0 pitch, outside, 2-0. We're at Comiskey Park on the south side of Chicago. 2-0 pitch, in there for a strike. Count goes to 2-1. 2-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss by Giambi. That'll even the count at 2-2. And now the 2-2 pitch. Big swing and a miss. Struck him out for out number two. Garland's on fire. 2 down. And now Reggie Jackson, the right fielder, rips it foul down the line. Strike one. Count goes to 0-1. 2 outs, bases empty for the A's here in the top of the second inning. Jackson at the plate. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Jackson hits a monster shot to right center field, and it's gone. And the A's take a 1-0 lead. A solo shot by Reggie Jackson. And the A's lead at 1-0. He hit a towering shot over the right center field fence. Let's watch this one again. He got all of that one. That one had some distance on it. And now the A's take a 1-0 lead here in the top of the second inning. Eric Chavez, the second baseman. First pitch outside, 1-0. 2 outs still, bases empty. Here in the top of the second inning. Oakland up 1-0. The 1-0 pitch. Down low, 2-0. Now the 2-0 pitch. In there for a strike, 2-1. 2-1 pitch, up high, 3-1. 3 balls and a strike to Eric Chavez with 2 outs, bases empty. And now the 3-1 pitch. A shot right to the shortstop. Tim Anderson who makes the play. Reggie Jackson, a solo shot, gives the A's a 1-0 lead here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the bottom of the second inning. Leading things off for the White Sox, the big hurt, Frank Thomas, the first baseman. A's lead at 1-0 as we go to the bottom of the second. Eddie Plank still on the mound for the A's. Down low, 1-0. One 1-0 pitch. Down low, 2-0. Frank Thomas, the first baseman for Chicago. And now the 2-0 pitch. It's a shot right to Chavez at second. He'll scoop it up and throw to first for the out. Thomas grounds out to second. 1 down for the White Sox. And now the DH, Luis Robert Jr. Luis Robert Jr. Eddie Plank on the mound. Here's the pitch. Outside 1-0. Luis. The 1-0 pitch. Outside 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out, bases empty. 2-0 pitch. Down low, 3-0. Three balls, no strikes, 1 out, bases empty. And now the 3-0 pitch. 3-1. And now Plank with the 3-1 pitch. It's a shot up the middle. Campaneris can't get it. Throwing it in from center field will be Canseco. It'll be a base hit for Luis Robert Jr. So the White Sox with a runner on first, 1 out. And now Michael Jordan. Yes, that Michael Jordan, the NBA All-Star. He also played for the White Sox for a while. Jordan, he plays right field. The pitch, down low, 1-0. Snap throw to first. Robert Jr. back in time. Game 1 of the ALDS between the A's and the White Sox for the second straight season. They're playing in the ALDS. Robert's back again. The count's 1-0 to Jordan. The pitch to Jordan. Jordan hits it high in the air, down the right field line, but foul. Count goes to 1-1. They throw to first, not in time. Robert Jr. back in time. They throw again. He's back in time. 1 out. The count's 1-1 at Jordan. 1-1 pitch. He went around. Strike 2. Count goes to 1-2. And now the 1-2 pitch. Down the right field line again. Hooking foul. Count remains up 1-2 to Michael Jordan. One-two pitch. Jordan rips it into right field. It's going to drop for a base hit. Robert Jr. is going to go to third. And he's safe. It's a base hit for Jordan. And now the White Sox have runners at first and third. With 1 out here in the bottom of the second. A's lead at 1-0. A chance for the White Sox now to get on the board. Minnie Minoso will come up next, the left fielder. Eddie Plank on the mound. Here's the pitch. He went around, strike 1. Count goes to 0-1. Counts 0-1 to Minoso. 0-1 pitch. Inside, 1-1. The 1-1. Fouls it off. Count goes to 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. One-two pitch. He went around, yes. Struck him out for out number 2. 2 down for the White Sox with runners at first and third. And now the catcher, Carlton Fisk, will come to the plate. Down low, 1-0 to Fisk. 2 outs, runners at first and third. The 1-0 pitch. He went around. Count goes to 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runners at first and third. The pitch by Plank. No, he throws to first. Jordan back in time. The 1-1 pitch in the dirt. The runners hold. Count goes to 2-1. A walk below the bases. 2-1 pitch. A ground ball right to Giambi. He'll take it himself. The White Sox threaten but don't score at the end of 2. A's lead at 1-0 here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the top of the third. Sal Bando, the third baseman, will lead things off for the A's. A's lead at 1-0 here in Game 1. Garland still on the mound for the White Sox. In there for a strike, 0-1. And now the 0-1 pitch. Fouls it off. Count goes to 0-2. Oh-2 pitch. Down low, 1-2. One-two pitch. Struck him out looking for out number 1. 5 strikeouts for Garland. Mickey Cochran, the catcher, comes up next for the A's with 1 out, bases empty. It's low. Ball 1, count goes to 1-0. Game 1 of the ALDS from Comiskey Park in Chicago. 1-0 pitch. Hit high in the air. Going back. Shoeless Joe makes the play for out number 2. 2 down for the A's here in the top of the third inning. Next up, the left fielder, Ricky Henderson. We go to the top of the order with 2 outs, bases empty here in the top of the third. He struck out his previous at bat. The pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. And now the 0-1 pitch. Outside, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, bases empty. The 1-1 pitch. Rips it foul down the first base line. Count goes to 1-2. And now the 1-2 pitch. Swung and struck him out. At the end of 2.5, A's lead at 1-0 here at Jammin' Sports. All right, we go to the bottom of the third inning. A's lead at 1-0 here in Game 1. Yohan Moncada will lead things off for the White Sox. He's the third baseman. First pitch is a ball. Count goes to 1-0. Eddie Plank still on the mound for the A's here in the bottom of the third. Next pitch down low, 2-0. Game 1 of the ALDS between the A's and the White Sox. A's lead at 1-0. Yohan Moncada, the third baseman at the plate, counts 2-0. Up high, 3-0. And now the 3-0 pitch. In there for a strike, 3-1. Nope, the Phillies won in 13 innings. The Phillies won that game 2-1. They take a 1-0 lead. And it's ball 4. Moncada is on to lead off the bottom of the third for the White Sox. Jimmy Jam with Keaton in the house. I think Evil Dead's here as well. Nellie Fox, the second baseman, up next for the White Sox. Nobody out, runner on first base. It's a ground ball. Bando picks it up, throws to second, not in time. Everybody's safe. It'll be a base hit. And now the White Sox with runners at first and second. Tim Anderson, the shortstop, will be up next. Nobody out. A golden opportunity for the White Sox right here to get on the board. First pitch is a strike. Count goes to 0-1. Now the 0-1 pitch. Popped it up. Cochran goes back and makes the play. Anderson will pop out to the catcher for out number 1. One down for the White Sox here in the bottom of the third. They still have runners at first and second. Shoeless Joe Jackson, the center fielder, will lead things, or will be up next. One out, runners at first and second. It's low, 1-0. Game 1 of the ALDS, live from Chicago. And now the 1-0 pitch. In there for a strike, 1-1. One ball, one strike, one out. Runners at first and second. One pitch. Outside, 2-1. Two balls and a strike with one out. 2-1 pitch. Down low, 3-1. Counts 3-1 to Shoeless Joe. 3-1 pitch. And he walked him. Bases are loaded for the White Sox here in the bottom of the third inning. And the big hurt, Frank Thomas, the first baseman, comes up next. This one's got grand slam written all over it. Thomas at the plate. One out, bases loaded. The pitch. And Thomas rips it foul down the third base line. Counts at 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch. Outside, 1-1. One ball, one strike, one out, bases loaded. 1-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss, strike 2. Count goes to 1-2 to Frank Thomas. And now the 1-2 pitch. Outside, 2-2. A walk would score a run. 2-2 pitch. Outside, 3-2. Full count to Thomas. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. 3-2 pitch. And that's down the right field line, hooking, foul. Count remains at 3-2 to Frank Thomas. Thomas back in. 3-2 pitch. Fouls it off. Count remains at 3-2. Three-two pitch. It's a ground ball right back to the pitcher. He's only plays to first. The A's will score a run. It'll be a sacrifice for Thomas. And the White Sox have tied it up at 1 apiece. 2 outs, runners at second and third. Flank, his only play was to first. There'll be a sacrifice for Thomas. Luis Robert Jr. comes up in the dirt. Count goes to 1-0. Luis Robert Jr. is the DH tonight. The White Sox have tied it up. In there for a strike, 1-1. We're in the bottom of the third inning, tied at 1. The 1-1 pitch, fouls it off. Count goes to 1-2. And now the 1-2 pitch. Down low, 2-2. I'll walk below the bases again. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runners at second and third. The pitch. Struck him out, and that'll end the inning. However, the White Sox have tied it up at 1 here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the top of the 4th inning in a tie ball game. We're tied at 1. Bert Campaneris will lead off the top of the 4th for the A's, the shortstop. John Garland still on the mound. First pitch is a strike. The count goes to 0-1. 0-1 pitch. Strike 2. That's in there. Count goes to 0-2. And now the 0-2 pitch. Struck him out on 3 pitches. 1 down for the A's. Here in the top of the 4th. 3 pitches. 1, 2, and 3. Next up, Jimmy Fox. He's the DH tonight for the A's. In there for a strike, 0-1. Top of the 4th, we're tied at 1 here in game 1. Well, that sounds familiar. The pitch by Garland. Down low, that'll even the count at 1-1. Bases empty, 1 out. Outside, 2-1. And now the 2-1 pitch. Up high, 3-1. And now the 3-1 pitch. In there for a strike. Full count. 3-2 to Jimmy Fox. The 3-2 pitch. Struck him out looking for out number 2. Garland, 8 strikeouts. And we're only in the 4th inning. Jose Canseco with 2 outs, bases empty. The center fielder will come up next. Facing John Garland. The pitch. Outside, 1-0. Now the 1-0 pitch. In there for a strike. They'll even the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, bases empty. The 1-1 pitch. Fouls that one off. Count goes to 1-2. And now the 1-2 pitch. Outside, 2-2. 2-2 pitch. Up high, 3-2. Full count to Jose Canseco. Three-2 pitch. Rips it. A base hit into right field. Jordan will throw it in. It's a 2-out single for Jose Canseco. So the A's have a runner at first with 2 outs. Next up, will be Jason Giambi, the first baseman. Inside, 1-0. A's keep the inning going here in the top of the fourth. Canseco at first base. They throw to first. Canseco back in time. The count is 1-0 to Giambi. The pitch by Garland. In there for a strike, 1-1.
1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, runner on first base. One pitch. Be a strike. Count goes to 1-2. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Struck him out at the end of 3.5. We're still tied at 1 here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Here in game 1 of the ALDS, we're tied at 1. Michael Jordan, the right fielder, will lead things off for the White Sox. First pitch is a ball. Count goes to 1-0. The 1-0 pitch. In there for a strike, 1-1. Game 1 of the A's and the White Sox. We're tied at 1 here in the bottom of the fourth. The 1-1 pitch by Plank. He went around, strike 2. Counts at 1-2 to Michael Jordan. And now the 1-2 pitch. Outside, 2-2. And now the 2-2 pitch. Inside, 3-2. 3-2 pitch. Hit high in the air. Down the line, but foul. Counts now 3-2 on Jordan. And he walked him. All 4. Next up, Minnie Minoso, the left fielder. Nobody out, runner on first base for the White Sox. It's a strike, count goes to 0-1. Michael Jordan at first base, your base runner for the White Sox. We're tied at 1 here in the bottom of the fourth. The count's 0-1 to Minoso. Rips it into right field, base hit. Jordan going for third. And he's safe at third. It'll be a single for Minoso. So with nobody out, the White Sox have runners at first and third. Now the catcher, Carlton Fisk, will come up with runners on the corners. In there for a strike, 0-1. Counts 0-1, runners at first and third. The pitch by Fisk. Fouls it off, count goes to 0-2. Oh, 0-2 pitch. Fouls it off. Count remains at 0-2. Oh, 0-2 pitch. Ripped it right to Giambi. An unassisted double play. Giambi snags it out of the air to put out Fisk, and then touches Jordan before he can go back to first. A double play. The runner at third stays. Now there's 2 outs for the White Sox. Yoan Moncada, the third baseman, up next. 2 outs, runner on third base. White Sox can still take the lead with a base hit in their first strike, 0-1. That was an unassisted double play by Jason Giambi. Oh, 0-1 pitch. Fouls it off. Count quickly, 0-2 to Moncada. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning. We're tied at 1. 0-2 pitch. Down low, 1-2. Oh, I didn't see it. 1-2 pitch. Inside, 2-2. Comiskey Park in Chicago is where we are. Game 1 of the ALDS. Two pitch. Down low, 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on first base. 3-2 pitch. Ball 4, he walked him. So once again, the White Sox have runners at first and third. 2 outs, and Nellie Fox, the second baseman, will come up. A base hit would score a run. The pitch, and he fouls it off. Count goes to 0-1 to Fox. Jimmy Jam with Caden watching the game here tonight. Misty's here. Outside, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Nellie Fox. 1-1 pitch. Rips it into right field. Jackson goes back, can't make the play. That'll score 1 run. Coming around, they may score 2. It's going to be a double for Fox. A 2 RBI double. And the White Sox take a 3-1 lead. Well hit into the gap between right and center field. Jackson couldn't get to it. And the White Sox take a 3-1 lead. Now Tim Anderson will come up, the shortstop. 2 outs, a runner on second base. That's a shot right to Chavez, and he'll make the out. However, the White Sox score 2 on Nellie Fox's double to take a 3-1 lead here at Jammin' Sports. All right, we go to, what are we in? Top of the 5th here at Comiskey Park. And Reggie Jackson will lead things off for the Oakland A's. Top of the 5th, White Sox up 3-1 here in game 1. John Garland's still on the mound. Jackson, a base hit to start off the top of the 5th, right up the middle into center field. Base hit for Jackson. Nobody out, runner on first base now for the A's. We're in the top of the 5th inning. White Sox lead it 3-1. Eric Chavez, the second baseman, up next. Inside, 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes. Nobody out, runner on first base. Reggie Jackson at first. The pitch by Garland popped up in the air down the left field line, but foul. Count evens up at 1-1. Now the 1-1 pitch. In there for a strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Count goes to 1-2. We'll have a baseball doubleheader again tomorrow. It'll be the same 4 teams that we saw tonight. Chavez inside 2-2. Tomorrow night, 8 o'clock Eastern, it'll be game 2 of the Phillies and the Cubs, followed by game 2 of the A's and White Sox. Popped up in the air, out to center field. Shoeless Joe going back on the warning track and makes the play for out number 1. Chavez hit it deep, but Shoeless Joe hauls it in. 1 down for the A's here in the top of the 5th. Jackson stays at first base. Sal Bando, the third baseman, up next. Garland looks in. The pitch. In there for a strike, 0-1. Third baseman Sal Bando at the plate for the A's. 0-1 pitch. Rips it foul. Count goes to 0-2. 1 out, runner on first. That's Reggie Jackson. The count's 0-2 to Bando. Outside, 1-2. One-two pitch. Fouls it off. Count remains at 1-2. Now the 1-2 pitch. Down low, 2-2. We're at Comiskey Park in Chicago. Game 1 of the ALDS. White Sox up 3-1 here in the top of the 5th. 2-2 pitch to Bando. Outside, full count, 3-2. 3-2 pitch. Fouls it off. Count remains at 3-2. Three-two pitch. Down the left field line, and it drifts foul. Count remains at 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Here's the pitch. Fouls it off. Count remains at 3-2. They throw to first. Jackson back in time. And now the 3-2 pitch. Struck him out looking for out number 2. 10 strikeouts for Garland on the night. Wow. Garland's on fire. 2 down for the A's. Here in the top of the 5th. They still have a runner on first base. That's Reggie Jackson. The catcher, Mickey Cochran, comes up next. Cochran fouls it off down the left field line, but foul. Count goes to 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch. Outside, a pitch out. Jackson doesn't take the bait. That'll even the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, runner on first base. The catcher, Mickey Cochran, at the plate. 1-1 pitch. Fouls that one off. Count goes to 1-2 on Cochran. 1-2 pitch. Oh, it hit him. So Cochran will be awarded first base, hit by pitch. And now the A's have runners at first and second with 2 outs. And Ricky Henderson, the left fielder, will come up. Up high, 1-0. So Cochran's at first, Jackson's at second. for the A's with 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. The pitch, fouled off. That'll even the count at 1-1 to Henderson. And now the 1-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss. Strike 2, count goes to 1-2. The 1-2 pitch, fouls it off. Count remains at 1-2. One-two pitch, fouls it off. Count remains at 1-2. One-two pitch, outside, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runners at first and second. Ricky Henderson at the plate. 2-2 pitch, struck him out. And that will end the half inning. The White Sox up 3-1 here at Jammin' Sports. Shoeless Joe Jackson will be up next for the White Sox here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Eddie Plank still on the mound. White Sox lead it 3-1. The first pitch is a ball. Count goes to 1-0. Game 1 of the ALDS. The pitch. Down low, 2-0. Two-0 pitch. Ripped it to Chavez. Makes the play for the out. Beautiful play by Eric Chavez at second to get the putout. 1 down for the White Sox. Frank Thomas, the first baseman, up next. 1 out, bases empty. In there for a strike, 0-1. White Sox up 3-1 here in the bottom of the 5th. The pitch to Thomas. Big swing and a miss. We're at Comiskey Park in Chicago. Game 1 of the ALDS. 0-2 pitch. He went around, struck him out for out number 2. 2 down for the White Sox. Here in the bottom of the 5th, Luis Robert Jr., the designated hitter, will be up next. The DH. The pitch. And that's a base hit. Down the right field line, Jackson will throw it in. It'll keep Robert Jr. to a single. So it's a 2-out single. White Sox with a runner on first with 2 outs. That keeps the inning alive. And now the right fielder, Michael Jordan, will come up. Facing Eddie Plank. 2 outs, runner on first. There goes the runner. And they got him. And that'll end the inning. At the end of 5 complete. White Sox lead it 3-1 here at Jammin' Sports. Bert Campaneris will lead things off for the A's here in the top of the 6th. White Sox up 3-1. Inside, ball 1, count goes to 1-0. Bert Campaneris, the shortstop. The 1-0 pitch hits it high in the air down the line. Count goes to 1-1. 1-1 pitch. It's a base hit up the middle by Campaneris. A leadoff single in the top of the 6th inning. A's have a runner aboard, but nobody out. You just hit that one right up the gut. Next up, Jimmy Fox, the first baseman, or the DH. Fouls that one off. Count goes to 0-1. Now the 0-1 pitch. Outside, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, nobody out, runner on first. Jimmy Fox at the plate. 1-1 pitch. How was that not a strike? Count goes to 2-1. They call that one a ball. Counts 2-1 to Fox. Big swing and a miss. That'll even the count at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out, runner on first base. Campaneris at first. Pops it up. Jordan in right goes back and makes the play for out number 1. Campaneris stays at first base. 1 down for the A's here in the top of the 6th inning. Jose Canseco, the center fielder, up next. One out, runner on first. Here's the pitch. It's a pitch out. Campaneris does not go. The count's 1-0 to Canseco. Counts 1-0. There goes the runner. Campaneris down to second. He's safe. Stolen base for Bert Campaneris. And now the A's have a runner on second with 1 out. The count is 1-1 to Canseco. A's trying to get back in the game. They're down 3-1. Oh yeah, he was safe big time. In there easily. The count's 1-1 to Canseco with 1 out. The pitch. Big swing and a miss. Count goes to 1-2. White Sox up 3-1 here in the top of the 6th. 1-2 pitch. He swung at a bad pitch. Struck out for out number 2. 12 strikeouts for Garland tonight. And now the first baseman, Jason Giambi, with 2 outs and a runner on second base. And that runner is Bert Campaneris. The pitch to Giambi, outside, 1-0. White Sox up 3-1. 1-0 pitch. He went around, 1-1. Jason Giambi, the first baseman. The count on him is 1-1. Campaneris taking a lead at second. The pitch. Fouls it off. Count goes to 1-2. And now the 1-2 pitch. It's a shot right to Tim Anderson at short. He'll throw to first for the out. At the end of 5.5, the White Sox are up 3-1 here at Jammin' Sports. Vida Blue will come in to pitch for the A's here in the bottom of the 6th inning. White Sox lead at 3-1. American League Division Series Game 1 from Comiskey Park. The right fielder, Michael Jordan, will lead things off. The pitch by Blue. Inside, 1-0. Acevedo and Jackson warming up in the bullpen for the Athletics. Counts 1-0 to Jordan. Here's the pitch. Ball 2 outside. Count goes to 2-0. Now the 2-0 pitch. Jordan rips it to Chavez. He'll throw him out for out number 1. Jordan grounds out to second. 1 down for the White Sox here in the bottom of the 6th. Next up, left fielder Minnie Minoso. The pitch by Blue, and that's ripped into center field, a base hit. Canseco fumbles it a bit, throws it in. Going for 2, they got him. Minoso got greedy, tried to go for 2, and Canseco bobbled it for a moment, but by the time he got it, he threw a great throw to second to get Minoso out. So 2 down for the White Sox here in the bottom of the 6th. Catcher Carlton Fisk down low, 1-0. 2 outs now, bases empty for the White Sox here in the bottom of the 6th inning. The 1-0 pitch in there for a strike, 1-1. And now the 1-1 pitch. Ball 2, it was down low. Count goes to 2-1. 2-1 pitch. Outside, 3-1. And now the 3-1 pitch. High in the air. Canseco in center field comes over and makes the play for the final out. At the end of 6 complete, the White Sox lead it 3-1 here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the top of the 7th inning. Back in the 2nd inning, this is what Reggie Jackson did. He hit a monster shot. And now Reggie comes up to the plate here in the top of the 7th. White Sox up 3-1. Garland's still on the mound. First pitch is a ball inside, 1-0. Game 1 of the ALDS. 1-0 pitch. Down low, 2-0. Gossage and Diekman warming up in the bullpen for Chicago. Jackson at the plate with a 2-0 count. The pitch by Garland. Fouls it off. Count goes to 2-1. And now the 2-1 pitch. He went around, strike 2. Count goes to 2-2. And now the 2-2 pitch. Down low, full count. 3-2 to Reggie. 3-2 pitch. Ball 4. It'll be a leadoff walk for the A's. Jackson's aboard at first base. And now the second baseman, Eric Chavez, will come up. We're in the top of the 7th inning. White Sox lead at 3-1. Eric Chavez at the plate. The pitch. In there for a strike, 0-1. And now the 0-1 pitch. Chavez fouls it down the line. Count will go to 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Jackson at first base. He went around, struck him out for out number 1. 1 down for the A's here in the top of the 7th inning. Sal Bando, the third baseman, up next. The pitch by Garland. In there for a strike, 0-1. We're on the top of the 7th. White Sox up 3-1. Inside, count goes to 1-1 to Sal Bando. Reggie Jackson at first base with 1 out. The 1-1 pitch, outside. Jackson doesn't go. The count goes to 2-1. 2 balls and a strike. Then throw to first. Jackson back in time. Counts at 2-1. 2-1 pitch. Jackson fouls it off. Or Bando fouls it off, excuse me. Count goes to 2-2. And now the 2-2 pitch. Outside. Full count to Bando. Three balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner on first base. 3-2 pitch. Did he go around? No. It'll be a walk. That's ball 4. And now the A's have runners at first and second with 1 out here in the top of the 7th inning. And I think we've seen the last of Garland. He's coming out. The A's have runners at first and second with 1 out here in the top of the 7th inning. Ronaldo Lopez will come on out. He'll be the new pitcher for Chicago. Gracie's here. Say hi, Gracie.
Hi.
Who's playing, Gracie? We'll wait till the score. There you go. Who's playing?
Oakland in Chicago.
Oakland and Chicago. That's right. Who's winning?
Chicago.
That's right. It's the Oakland A's and the Chicago White Sox. Mickey Cochran, the catcher at the plate for the A's. Lopez, his first pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. Jackson at second, Bando at first. 1 out. A's trying to get back in the game. They're down 3-1. And Cochran will foul that one off. Count goes to 0-2. Lopez, the 0-2 pitch. Rips it into center field. Shoeless Joe makes the play for out number 2. And he quickly throws it in. Two down for the A's here at the top of the 7th. As Cochran flies out to center field. Ricky Henderson, the left fielder, up next to face Lopez. In there for a strike, 0-1. 2 outs, runners at first and second. Rips it down the line, foul. Count goes to 0-2. Fouls it off. Count remains 0-2 to Ricky Henderson. Oh-2 pitch. High in the air. Shoeless Joe gets under it for the final out. The A's threaten but do not score. It's still 3-1. White Sox up here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Third baseman Yohan Moncada will lead things off for the White Sox. White Sox lead the game 3-1. Vita Blue on the mound. Here's the pitch. Inside, ball 1. Comiskey Park in Chicago. It's where we are. Game 1 of the ALDS. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning. The 1-0 pitch by Blue. Up high, 2-0 to Moncada. Moncada, the third baseman. The 2-0 pitch. Moncada out to Canseco in center field. And Jose will make the play for out number 1. 1 down for the White Sox here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Next up, the second baseman, Nellie Fox. 1 out, bases empty for the White Sox here in the bottom of the 7th inning. The pitch by Blue. In there for a strike. Count goes to 0-1. 0-1 pitch. Inside, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, bases empty. now the 1-1 pitch. Right to Giambi at first. He'll make the play himself. Nellie Fox will ground out to first for out number 2. 2 down for the White Sox. And the shortstop, Tim Anderson, up next with 2 outs, bases empty. Anderson got into that fight a few days ago in real life with the Cleveland Guardians. I hate that name. Outside, 1-0. One ball, no strikes, 2 outs, bases empty. The 1-0 pitch. Right to Bando at third. He throws to first for the out. So 1-2-3 inning for the White Sox. At the end of 7 complete. White Sox up 3-1 here at Jammin' Sports. We have a new pitcher, Rich Goose Gossage, will come on out for the White Sox as we go to the top of the 8th inning. White Sox lead it by a score of 3-1 here in Game 1. The Goose, Rich Gossage on the mound. Shortstop, Bert Campaneris will lead things off for the A's here in the top of the 8th. The pitch by Gossage popped up in the air. Shoeless Joe comes over and makes the play for out number 1. 1 down for the A's here in the top of the 8th. Jimmy Fox, the DH, up next to face Gossage. The pitch inside, 1-0. Bummer and Diekman. I think he pronounces his name Boomer. Counts 1-0 to Jimmy Fox. Up high, 2-0. And now the 2-0 pitch. In there, no, high, 3-0. Crowd didn't like that one. Counts 3-0 to Jimmy Fox. Ball 4 and 4 pitches. Fox is awarded first base. The A's have a runner on first with 1 out. Jose Canseco will come up. He can tie the game up with 1 swing of the bat right here. White Sox up 3-1 here in the top of the 8th inning. There goes the runner. The throw to first, not in time. Jimmy Fox with a stolen base for the Oakland Athletics. And now the A's have a runner on second base with 1 out here in the top of the 8th inning. Canseco is still at the plate. It counts 1-0. The 1-0 pitch. High in the air. Jordan comes in. And he can't make the play. Coming around. The throw, they hold him up at third base. Jimmy Fox stays at third. That's going to be a base hit for Canseco. Runners at first and third with 1 out. A's are now threatening, trying to tie up the game. Jason Giambi at the plate, the first baseman, with 1 out here in the top of the 8th. Down low, ball 1. Count goes to 1-0. We're at Comiskey Park in Chicago. Game 1 of the ALDS here at Jammin' Sports. Giambi at the plate. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Outside, 2-0. A walk will load the bases. The White Sox lead it 3-1 here in the top of the 8th with 1 out. The go-ahead run is at the plate. 2-0 pitch. Outside, 3-0. And now the 3-0 pitch. Ripped foul. Count goes to 3-1. Three balls and a strike. They throw to first. He gets by the first baseman. And that's going to score a run. It's a wild throw. And that'll be charged to the pitcher, Gossage. Fox scores from third. It's now 3-2 in favor of the White Sox. The count's 3-1 to Giambi. Ripped down the right field line, but hooking foul. So now it's a one-run ball game with one out and a runner on second base. Jose Canseco at second. 3-2 pitch. Fouls it off. Count remains at 3-2. The A's battling back. They're down by a run. 3-2 pitch. Fouls it off. Count remains at 3-2. Three-two pitch. In the dirt. Nope. Down low. Ball. It's a walk. Giambi's on first base. They brought Gossage in, and it's all falling apart. Runners at first and second now for the A's with one out. And now Reggie Jackson, the right fielder, comes up. Just a one-run game. White Sox up 3-2 here in the top of the eighth. Jackson at the plate. Inside, 1-0. A walk will load the bases here at Comiskey Park in Chicago. One-0 pitch. It's a shot. They can turn 2, 1, and 2. Nellie Fox starts the double play. That'll end the inning, but the A's score a run. White Sox up 3-2 here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the bottom of the eighth inning in game one of the ALDS. The center fielder, shoeless Joe Jackson, will lead things off for the White Sox. Vida Blue on the mound. First pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. White Sox up 3-2 here in the bottom of the eighth. The pitch by Blue. Outside, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch. Up, oh, it's in there. 1-2. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Jackson. The 1-2 pitch. Outside, 2-2. That'll even the count. Nobody out, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the eighth. White Sox up 3-2. The pitch by Blue. Swung and struck him out for out number 1. Comiskey Park in Chicago. And now the first baseman, Frank Thomas, will come up next. 1 out, bases empty. And the pitch up high, 1-0. And now the 1-0 pitch. He went around. Count goes to 1-1 to Thomas. 1 out, bases empty. The 1-1 pitch. Pops it up. Jackson comes in from right field, and Reggie makes the play for out number 2. 2 down for the White Sox here in the bottom of the 8th inning. And now Luis Robert Jr., the DH, will come up. 2 outs, bases empty. The pitch by Blue. He went around, strike 1. And now the 0-1 pitch. In there for a strike, 0-2. And now the 0-2 pitch. Big swing and a miss, struck him out. And that will end the 8th inning. We go to the 9th. White Sox up 3-2 here at Jammin' Sports. Aaron Boomer will be the new pitcher for the White Sox. Eric Chavez will lead things off for the A's. The A's have to score at least one to tie this thing up. We're in the top of the ninth. Boomer on the mound. Chavez went around, strike one. Eric Chavez, the second baseman. It's a 3-2 game in favor of the White Sox. The pitch, big swing and miss, strike two. Count goes to 0-2 to Chavez. And now the 0-2 pitch. Swung and struck him out for out number one. Got him on a high heat. One down for the A's here at the top of the ninth. Sal Bando, the third baseman, comes up next. One out, bases empty. Big swing and a miss, strike one. Count goes to 0-1. White Sox trying to take a 1-0 lead in the series, trying to hold off the A's. One out, bases empty. Counts 0-1 to Bando. And Bando rips one out to right. Michael Jordan makes the play on the warning track. Out number two. Two down. And now the A's are down to their last out. Mickey Cochran, the catcher, comes up. The A's need one run to extend the game. They're down to their last out. Two outs, bases empty. Cochran at the plate. The pitch. Outside, 1-0. White Sox trying to take a 1-0 lead. Game 2 tomorrow night. 1-0 pitch. It's a base hit. No, it's not. Henderson throws to first. Oh, it's a wild throw. And Cochran's going to be safe. That should have been an easy out. Tim Anderson, the shortstop, will get charged with the error. His throw was a bit too high. That will extend the inning. And now with two outs, Bando's at third, and Ricky Henderson will come up. The left fielder. Actually, Cochran's at first base, I'm sorry, with two outs. The count's 1-0 to Henderson. The White Sox, they just need one more out to take game one. The 1-0 pitch. 2-0 outside. And now the 2-0 pitch to Henderson. In there for a strike, 2-1. White Sox trying to hang on, 2-1 pitch. Fouls it off. Count goes to 2-2. They just need one more strike. 2-2 pitch. Struck him out, and the White Sox win the game. White Sox take game one, 3-2. Your final score, the White Sox take game one, 3-2. Flank the losing pitcher, Garland takes the win. And the White Sox take a 1-0 lead in the series. Check out more about the show at theshow.com. again, your final score, the White Sox 3, the A's 2. The White Sox take a 1-0 lead in this series. Tomorrow night, we'll have another baseball doubleheader. It'll be another Chicago back-to-back doubleheader. It'll be Game 2 of the Phillies and the Cubs, followed by Game 2 of the A's and the White Sox. It all starts at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific tomorrow here at Jammin' Sports. Good night, everybody.